Hello, everyone, and welcome to the podcast formerly known as the Modcast. I'm Wokey, and I'm here with Zenrotto,
Hello.
Jex,
Yo.
Common,
Yo.
Lolagami,
Hey.
and Rohan.
Hello.
Hello. As you may have noticed, I changed the name, and funny enough, this is the most mods we've maybe had in a while on a something called Modcast formerly. You also notice that it's also now on Zen's channel, because we've decided that it's better to start moving it to the other two channels instead of me having to constantly work on a channel that only hosts modcasts. That's
it's really annoying to have to log out and log into that channel just to post this, and then if you want to then you log back into one of our channels, and then we have to go into the comments as us, but then we don't get notifications for comments.
Yeah.
So then we have to log back into the other channel if we want to see if we got it's a mess.
Yeah, it's kind of a mess. So consider this basically the original modcast. That was Dragon Ball. This is Dragon Ball Z, and then 10 years from now we'll start on the super version of this. We're gonna skip the GT arc.
It's gonna be a high school reunion where we don't talk for like 5 years, but then one day we'll be like, "Hey, remember me? Do you want to record a show?"
That would be hilarious, actually. I'd be willing, if and when we ever decide that the podcast should stop, we should make sure to make a note to come back 10 years later and just talk about Dokkan Battle and see where it...
Game's been down for 6 years.
Exactly.
Still gonna talk about it.
Mm-hmm. So, now let's get to the actual talking about the game. Let's start with Global. It's been a while since we've recorded one, mainly because we wanted to wait for the Japan year, but something did actually happen in Global, which is Vegeta. They released a extremely good Vegeta. Now here's a question: does anyone here play Global before we start?
I logged in to pull the Vegeta, and then I logged out.
Okay.
Yeah, I logged in the poll and then logged off.
Alright, so
I got him too, for anyone who's curious.
Yes.
I do remember watching your video. It's like, Zen's polling, this would be good. 2 seconds in, he pulls Vegeta. I'm like, well, video.
Yeah, it was like the 4th card of the first multi.
Yeah, that's why you shouldn't watch Zen summon videos. You're just gonna get angry.
Unless it's for the LR Dokkan Fest.
Spoilers.
Yeah, that was the worst. At least I got one. At that point, that's a small victory I'm willing to take.
Yeah, that's how you should see him. Lolly, you probably know the best about this new Vegeta. Tell us about him, please.
The new Vegeta is he basically is Agility Super Vegito, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
And he has worse stats than him, but he doesn't have Fierce Battle. But he has the same passive, except they plopped on 100% attack and defense onto him. So Super Vegito has the 80% reduction when he blocks a normal attack. So he tanks really well against normals. And but he's not too great at supers. You get hit by a super, it's like, tanking with anybody else. But this Vegeta has 100% defense. So the more you dupe him out, he actually gets very respectable for tanking supers. Besides that, his damage output is stupid as hell, because Super Vegito, we're gonna go into Japan a little bit here, but the physical one, the physical one has counters just like the agility one, but he has a build up to his attack. And that physical Super Vegito caps out at 100, and every time you get hit by a normal or by a super, you go up by 10%. This Vegeta starts with that 100% turn 1. So there's no build-up required. So he essentially has basically a completely better passive than physical Super Vegito, he's still new-ish on Japan, and he's one of the best cards. So this Vegeta is probably the second best card, if not the best card on Global right now. And you basically had a 50% chance to get him. So whoever pulled on that banner, more than 50% of the people have him that pulled on that banner. So I don't know why they did that, but it was a great move.
I saw.
Go ahead.
I saw that passive for the first time, and I could just keep thinking to Mobile's words and like what we were talking about with the new Super Vegito arriving before we found out about physicals build up. Yeah. This was what we wanted from the new Vegito, a attack increase at the start of turn so that it applies to his counters.
Yeah,
just to be completely broken.
This was the fantasy that everyone always, even like meme posts on the subreddit, you would see people just plop on a huge tack boost on a counter unit, be like, here you go, here's the most broken unit in the game. Well, Bandai did that, and they gave it to Global.
Yeah,
So.
right now, as far as we can tell, Global exclusive, kind of like with the Pecan and the Kaioken Goku.
Yeah, and I kind of feel bad at this for Japan because this card is so good, but besides that, it was easy-ish to obtain because it was a guarantee to get either him or Beerus. So if everybody in the whole game threw 50 stones at it, at least 50% of the players would have the Vegeta. So that's a pretty good chance to get like one of the best cards in the game. And his super attack is farmable, but I gave up like instantly.
Yeah.
Because I'm not gonna first of all, the medals are ridiculous, but it's the fact that it takes an Elder Kai medal, and I don't have 20 plus of them because it's a 50% chance because the Vegeta changes his name from Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta to Vegeta and Bulma, and the one you farm, the agility one you farm to raise his super attack, starts out as base Vegeta. So, and he only turns into the Vegeta Bulma name. So you have to feed it into the TUR version of the strength. And it's just like, it's a 50% chance. And I'm sitting there like, I don't have 20 Elder Kai medals to chuck at this.
Yeah, very few people do.
So he's farmable in like quotes.
Yeah, he's farmable in quotes. And I really want to recommend it. I was doing it for a bit and I was just like, this is not worth it. Like, Kai's, like the actual ones that raise your super attack, they're so abundant now. So I'm just like, this card is one of the best in the game. Fuck it, I'm throwing Kai's onto him.
You also have like 70 or something. You just have like a full row of like Kai's to give.
Yeah, I have too many Kai's because I still have 20 in my Baba shop from the gems, the purple ones, the pudding. It's like they give out so many Kai's, and not only that, but on Japan, they also give out a lot of the Grand Kai, the ones that like type specific. So it's getting so easy to increase super attacks.
I should say that the second Grand Kai shows up, the Elder Kai suddenly they stop giving like such large abundance of them unless it's an anniversary.
Yeah.
Like I realize
I guess that's true. I guess that's true. Yeah.
They gave us that old man specifically because they needed to stop giving us the good thing. But yeah, the other thing I like about that Vegeta, just in general, is that you hit. I think his counter is that the enemy hits Bulma and then he counters.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So you see Bulma get hit every time.
Like that is.
Yeah, poor Bulma, like getting the shit kicked out of her every time you play. She just gets punched over and over again.
That really sucks.
How is she still alive?
I know, right?
The
But
sad-
she took a hit
happens in
from
Super
Beerus, so I
too.
think she's fine.
What were we
It
gonna
happens in a super too. So like you get the counters of her getting hit, and then you also get her getting hit in his super attack.
So-
Wait, no, she doesn't. I don't think he gets hit in the super.
I thought she did. And it's like 12. No,
No, I use him a bit. I never see Bulma get hit.
I could have sworn it did.
It's
That
funny
would be-
the super
when
is just like
Loli,
a rush.
when Loli talks, there's like a slight clicking. So it sounds like someone is sending everything he says as like an old-timey telegraph to somebody else from like an old cartoon.
does a little bit sound like that.
Bulma's super attack, stop. When Vegeta gets hit, stop. He's countered, and he has an attack boost, stop. At the start of the turn.
Comment
It's a
is wrong.
hologram.
Stop. God damn it! All right.
Stop. God. Get him out of here.
Thanks to that, we're cutting Global's entire section short. We're done. Super Saiyan 3 Broly is out. You shouldn't pull for him just yet. SR Vegito accidentally got released, and they tried to pretend like they did that shit on purpose.
Yeah, I did like how their reasoning was. Oh, we were just trying to help you guys. Don't worry about it.
They have never tried to, except for the Vegeta that you still had to put 50 stones in to maybe get. They have never been that kind.
And he wasn't even like if they deliberately put him in there, why would he be so bugged? In the sense of like the card art, it's not there. It's like Dragon Ball circle thing, and then every single time you put them into your Vegito to train them, it lags for like 2 seconds. So it was clearly a fuck up.
Yeah, they clearly just tripped and then tried to play it off like they did it on purpose. And it kind of worked, I guess. You get that SR Vegito early, so I guess it all works out. So that was global. Now let's go on to Japan, because I don't know if you heard, it's been 3 years since Dokkan Battle has started.
God help us all.
And we're still here.
Yes, somehow we're all still here. And they decided to throw up a third-year celebration. The reason that we skipped a week last week is because we wanted to see what the hell was actually going to be the celebration, instead of us spending the entire half of the cast just going like, oh man, look at all this Namekian stuff. It has to be full power Frieza and a Super Saiyan Goku. I mean, it's all just like they wasted our time with GT last year. It has to be a similar build, right? Kind of.
I still believe in it.
It's really strange because everything is like Namek themed, except for the Dokkan Fest. Everything else is. The events are Namek. There's an event for Goku training to go to Namek, and then there's the Gohan that you farm up, and he's from Namek, and there's a Kui in the Baba shop for some reason.
That makes
It's all for that Purunga.
For the Dragon Ball, and then you get the Namekian Dragon Balls, and then it's like, by the way, the Dokkan Fest unit, Vegito and Gogeta.
It's kind of like going to a kid's birthday party that is all Spider-Man themed, and then you get to the cake and it's Batman. It just makes no sense. Like, somewhere along the way, a plan was changed and you were not informed. Yeah. And to be fair, this is only part 1. So part 1 is Angel Goku and Vegeta Super Saiyan. And then, their base form is Angel Goku and Vegeta. And then the other one is Goku and Vegeta. God, they have such long names. But then they can go all the way to LR and their Super Saiyan forms. And then if you hit if 6 turns pass and you're below 50% HP, they will fuse.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, and if they fuse,
nobody ever gets
how hard
it
it is. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very hard if you're using like the most like crazy strong units in the team. If you're like me and you didn't pull them and you're using like a kind of shitty team, then you get it about every other time you try. It's about that much, but yeah, in their base Super Saiyan form, how are they? Because this. I'm going to assume you've rejected.
They're very good.
They're very good?
Yeah, they're very good.
Yes, they're very good.
Okay. And then it's just when they fuse, it's kind of like a...
When they're... Okay,
they
so
become like top 2 units, I think.
If you have them unfused, they're super strong. Like, their unfused version was like when Kid Gohan was fighting Cell, and you're like, he's doing all right.
Yeah.
And then when they fuse, it's Super Saiyan 2 Gohan versus Cell, where it's just like 67 episodes of Gohan beating the shit out of him. That's entirely what it is.
That
Throw
makes
their
sense.
unfused version in front of somebody, and dude, they're massive tanks. Like, you would be surprised. Max Silva Rose was hitting him for like 50 damage. 50 damage per hit.
No, I remember that because I was using a friend one, and even using like only friend leader skill. I was fighting a Buhan for some reason, and the Buhan with a super attack only did 50 damage at their base form. So I would imagine
they're not like dependent on the mechanic at all. I know a lot of people were like, "Oh, they're not even good because you'll never fuse." That they are not dependent on fusing.
Oh, yeah.
They're fine.
That's just like the icing on the cake, basically.
Yeah, the fusion is just like, oh, you're actually somehow losing. Congratulations, now you're not losing anymore.
Yeah, and
One interesting to note is they're the very first Dokkan LRs, true Dokkan LRs in the game now, because they Dokkan from their own event and they become LRs. We don't have anything like that.
Yep, but they still have the shit rates that are not normal.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
True
If
that.
you thought that this would mean like, oh man, they're featured
1% LRs, no. I think
Nah,
what
dude.
Dokkan Info I know still takes rates, and I think they came out as 0.2% on there.
Wait, 0.2?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so that's not even evenly distributed, right?
No. I think they are the lowest one in the banner. I know that.
Okay,
But I don't know
'cause-
how much the differential was.
I always thought that they just simply took the featured SSRs and then divided it by how many
I think
there
that's
were.
how
and
they're supposed to do it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if that's how they are doing it, because
Yeah.
I remember very distinctly it was like 0.22%
Right.
was that was for Vegito. I don't know. I doubt Gogeta is any different. But
they're just using LR logic in the banner. They're the same rate of an LR in their, outside of a Dokkan banner, but in their own banner, they're the same 0.2 rates they would be outside of it.
Yeah, like it's the same as like Trunks and Broly. They're just kind of misleading you into thinking that it should be better than it is.
Oh, like in like the featured LR banners.
Yeah, like the legendary
I see.
summon banners.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay, I see.
Yeah,
That's actually kind of scummy.
It's super scummy, actually.
There's
like,
a lot to be kind of afraid of this idea of them putting more LRs as Dokkan Fest units. Like,
well, Wokey, did you see? They released a diagram that told them the three most Dokkan units in the game is Super Saiyan 3 Goku, Vegito, and Gogeta. Notice how we've had a Super Saiyan 3 Goku LR, Vegito LR, and Gogeta LR all within the last month.
As well as Super Saiyan 3 Goku.
Yeah.
But it's funny because that's not like because they're super popular. I mean, they are super popular, but that's not like the only reason. It's because they're easy to get.
Mm-hmm.
Like everyone has that Gogeta now. Every single person playing this game has STR Gogeta, probably against their will at this point.
I just got him to 100%, just like accidentally.
Yeah, like you didn't even mean to. It just kind of happened.
The number one unit was Gogeta, and I had the same thought. I'm like, well, that's just because he was, the must-have unit back in the day, and now everybody has him.
And now, now he's on every banner. You can't get away from him.
Mm-hmm.
Super Saiyan 3 Goku is obvious because everyone has every single person playing this game owns that unit because he's been free 4 times, and he's top tier. So especially after the Extreme Z Awakening, you're gonna pick him if you didn't already have him.
Mm-hmm.
Rohan, what were you trying to say?
Oh, I was gonna say those 3 units have been around for absolutely ages, so it doesn't really surprise me that those 3 are the top 3. Like Zen said, with Super Saiyan 3 Goku, he's been free. Gogeta, pretty much so many people reroll for him when he first came out. Same with Super Vegeta as well. There's an unbelievable amount of people that went for those units, and they're just on every single major Dokkan Fest banner, so it doesn't surprise me that they're the top 3.
Mm-hmm.
The agility,
especially when they are...
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was going to say, like, those... I'd say Vegito and Gogeta, those 2 units probably make a banner a little bit better when they're featured on them as well, given how good they are.
It's like the current banner with the LR Vegito. They have both the physical Super Vegito and the agility one. And a lot of the YouTube videos I've been watching, people putting in like 2,000, 3,000 stones. I just keep seeing them pull the agility one. I keep seeing this when they see the silhouette, I hear the huge sigh because they're like, "I pulled this card 20 times. Go away."
Yeah, didn't Alex pull like 19 STR Gogetas?
He had. I'm pretty sure. I was looking at his various tweets and shit. I think he has like enough to rainbow him 3 times or something like that.
God.
Alex sent me.
Yeah.
He sent me a PM the night the banner was going down, and I quote to you: "I hate this trash game. I want to burn this trash game. I can't stand this trash game." I'm like, "Hey, your poll's going okay, man?"
Yeah, how are the polls going?
Yeah, Dokkan is the absolute worst when you actually have to pull. Like, I think I'm at the point.
People defend it with like, 10% rates. Duh, no other games have that. First of all, it's not true because a ton of people do. A ton of games have that. But second of all, it's like it doesn't matter how good the rates are when the entire pool is so diluted with garbage. And they put the rebirths in this banner that they normally are not in Dokkan Fest banners.
Rebirths?
Really?
Oh, yeah,
like Majin Vegeta and all of them, like Xeno Trunks and shit. Those guys aren't usually in every banner. They put them in this too.
Wow, that...
You could tell how popular they are by someone going, "Rebirth." Oh yeah, that was a thing.
And guess what they didn't put in this banner? The other LRs.
Yeah, they were saving those for the ticket banner. That'd be too good if they put them in.
it.
And I mean, I didn't expect the other LRs to be in this banner, but I didn't expect the rebirths to be in this banner either. So it's kind of shitty that they're only adding the ones you don't want, but they didn't add in any of the ones you do want.
What do you mean by that? Because I thought those cards were not exclusive, so you can pull them in every banner, and they don't seem to be in the featured pool themselves. So
as far as I'm aware, they are not in every banner. I'm pretty sure they started taking them out and only putting them in the Rising Summons.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, because I remember people complaining a lot that they really wanted to get the newer ones that kept coming out, but you couldn't get them anymore. You had to wait for the shitty Rising Dragon stuff.
Yeah, every SSR is not in a banner. Like all the the normal, they're not all in there. So.
Oh yeah, and that's super scummy what they did.
Yep.
Is STR
really
Super
shitty.
Saiyan Goku still in the banner?
Stroku, the original one, or
Yeah.
the father-son one?
Stroku.
I have no idea. Probably.
Where in the world is Stroku right now?
I still have not seen him being pulled.
I was hoping
Where's
so bad
his
that this
goddamn rebirth,
Dokkan was
dude?
coming.
If you believe Common that if we get an F full power Frieza and Super Saiyan Goku Dokkan
I
Festival,
still believe in it.
he will Dokkan. He has gone onto his word. And
That's
said,
what I thought was going to
believe
happen.
it.
I was like, okay, his time's finally come. He's going to Dokkan. Wasn't the case. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, it's
I
weird.
still believe so wholeheartedly that we're gonna get a Dokkan Fest that has a full power Frieza and a Super Saiyan Goku. I still wholeheartedly believe it, along with Mobile, because Mobile and I've been talking about it a lot.
Well, I would
What's the
just
part
like,
2 banner?
yeah, I would like it honestly, like full power Frieza. The thing that I'm afraid of what they're gonna do, which is actually going to be a better case for me, but it's going to be a bummer because I would have liked the new Frieza, is that I just expect Part 2 to be the Extreme Z Awakening for Full Power Frieza. And that's like their tie-in to Namek, and that's it.
I could see that. I could definitely see that.
Because here's the problem. They introduce a new Full Power Frieza. He has to, 1, be better than the current one we have, and 2, be better than the one that's going to Extreme Z Awakening. Because he's also a part of the original group of people, and they can save him for maybe second to last with Gogeta, but like eventually they will have to do him, otherwise they're just gonna have to skip him and go straight to like the 70%ers.
Right.
Yeah. And the current
I
Frieza we
think
have,
that
the
they're-
physical one, he's actually still quite good because of his passive. So
Yeah,
I always
he's
thought there were a way to
amazing.
go to him.
Yeah, I have a feeling they're gonna start going through the other like +3. Like I think Cell's probably gonna be pretty soon, and Gohan.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they're actually gonna skip Frieza and go on to like Kid Buu, and like Super Saiyan 3
Beerus.
Vegeta and stuff. Beerus, yeah.
Yeah, I could see I think Full Power Frieza is like the second to last one before Gogeta. I imagine Gogeta's like the very last one they can do of the original kind of people. Of like that year 1 Dokkan kind of feel, even though I think Ultimate Gohan came out after Gogeta. But you get what I mean, right? Like a very specific era.
Yeah.
The before Super Vegeta era.
Basically, all the ones you can get with the new Redstone, except for Gogeta, because he's not in there for some reason.
Yeah, for some reason. Go ahead, Common.
I just still feel so confident or like very concrete in my thinking, because here's what I'm thinking, right? I know Dokkan's not known for like being thematical as much, but they really do a lot of like their releases kind of like thematical. There's some examples, I just can't think of them off the top of my head.
The one that
But
I think makes most sense is the one that you mentioned, that you thought of, that I eventually found out too, is that right before we got LR, Super Vegeta and Gogeta, there was a Goku and Vegeta banner that was just randomly out there for 30 stones, and it was like the most, what the fuck is this banner? Why are you wasting our time with this stupid banner? And then it kind of fits into the actual Dokkan Festival that came out for the 3rd year. So that's one case of like them kind of hinting at something going on in the future.
But with Namek, let's think about exactly what's the biggest event in Namek that happened. Goku's transformation into a Super Saiyan. This was the offset of Dragon Ball to Dragon Ball Z, like that tradition of where Goku was still mostly martial arts and not really into Saiyan or Alien roots. Ever since then from on, it's just been transformation and transformation, transformation. That's what the Dragon Ball series is known for. Dokkan right now introduced these new two LRs that I refuse to think that if they're going to do a Goku or Frieza Dokkan Fest, they're not going to make this mechanic into it, because you can easily make a new Final Form Frieza, or a Goku base form that transforms using the passive, using being under like a condition like the two LRs.
I mean, there's something they definitely can do. It's just whether they want to or if they plan to at the moment. Because I think up until this Purunga thing, we all just kind of assumed it was going to be Jiren and Goku. I want to say
everyone was very comfortable with that.
Yeah.
Ever since it became clear Jiren and Goku was going to be the final thing for Tournament of Power, we were like, well, obviously this is going to be our 3rd year. And then it turns out that Jiren still hasn't done anything to be made into a card, so he can't be made into a card just yet, unless you want to make, like, standing there and occasionally opening his eyes a card, which I think would be awesome, which would be hilarious.
To be fair, Ultra Instinct Goku has a card, and he threw about 12 punches in one blast before they made him a card, so...
That's true, but he's not fully done yet. He's a to-be-released unit. That's
For,
still...
like, ever, too. It's been months.
His super attack's so garbage too.
It's
just like
terrible, yeah.
generic
His
command.
sprite is bad too.
Yeah,
It's always shirtless.
Yeah, everyone
always
kept going with
shirtless.
the promo art where it's shirtless, but then he never loses his shirt, so...
Huh. Does that mean
I
we're
legit-
gonna have a so when he Dokans he's gonna get the shirt back? It's gonna be like when
I
Super
kind of hope he
Saiyan,
does, to be honest.
Maybe, hopefully.
like how Super Saiyan Saiyaman didn't have the glasses on, and then when he turned into his like Dokkan, he had the glasses on again.
Oh yeah, that one.
Which is weird, because the Dokkan art is when he goes Super Saiyan for the first time wearing the suit. So the first art would have come after the fact.
Yeah, it was a weird move. They sometimes do things very weird and out of order, so
It looks cool with the glasses, at least.
he does.
I wish the sprite had the fucking glasses. It doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's a bummer.
Part of why that Jiren thing a lot of people got mixed up on too is Dokkan released a Happy New Year's thing, and the Happy New Year's had, Ultra Instinct Goku, Jiren, and the gang in it, and everybody thought that was like a declaration that Jiren's coming, but the message was literally just Happy New Year, let's all go to New Year, have a good time.
Yeah.
I mean, he is coming. I just don't know when,
They're
especially
probably
since
gonna. At this point, they're gonna hold out until the tournament's over. It's only like 6 more episodes.
Yeah, they have like one or two options. They could do it as soon as like it ends with Super, or they're just gonna super hold on to it until they, I don't know, like figure out when more Dragon Ball stuff is coming off, because there's like
So
a weird...
he's gonna be the Final Fantasy VII remake of Dokkan units. They're just gonna keep him in their back pocket until they get desperate.
Yes, and he's actually gonna be our LR Vegito Blue, where we're gonna keep looking for hints of Jiren at any point. Like every data download is gonna be like, is this where Jiren shows up? And it's like never gonna happen. And
They're just waiting until, like you said, until he actually does something, and then the minute that episode ends, oh, here's Jiren.
yeah, he has to be in the back burner somewhere. Like they have plans for him. They are not releasing it when we would like it, which is now, I guess.
Yeah, it'll probably be something like him and I guess the spoiler partner that he has, and then Goku and his spoiler friend.
Exactly. It will be
With his spoiler new, okay, not really spoiler, but his completed UI.
Yes.
Assuming he gets in the tournament.
Yeah, that's not even really a spoiler because it hasn't even happened.
It's like, I don't even know if it's going to happen anymore, but...
One moment, someone's stretching their mic.
Yeah, who's like playing with a balloon?
It does sound like that. Sounds like a
that
balloon.
might mean my laptop was slowly dying, so I had to like charge it.
Oh, that would do.
Sorry about
I should also mention now, because we kind of skipped over it, there is a third-year ticket banner. And
We don't even need to talk about that shit.
it has LRs in it. That's about it. If you
Yeah.
get
It
one,
has LRs in it, but guess what you're pulling out of it? Not those.
not that. You know what's going to happen when you say, man, look at how shitty this banner is? You're going to get about 5 people saying, but check out this sweet LR I pulled.
Yep.
Yeah, that's always how it works. Man, this banner's really bad. No, this one guy got something good out of it. So it's
No.
actually pretty good.
I can't say anything bad about the banner. I can't.
No, you can't. I think once you pull one LR, that's when you're like, man, this banner's real good. But until that happens, you can...
Not only that, dude, it was the first ticket. I was like, no one's gonna believe
Wait,
this.
what?
Yeah, I pulled LR Majin Vegeta off the very first ticket they gave us the very
Oh
first
my
day.
god.
Oh, you're kidding.
I pulled my
Seriously, I've gone to
first...
that banner and Oh, sorry.
No, go.
You
Continue,
Oh.
Ron.
I was going to say, I've gone to that banner and I've managed to pull 2 physical pans and 1 physical Piccolo off 30-something tickets. Oh, it was not a fun experience.
I spent all 33 of the tickets that they gave us, and I only got one SSR, and it was GT Super Saiyan Trunks.
Nice.
Hey.
I got
Tech?
my first SSR today out of all the ticket pulls, which it was a Tapion.
Not
I was
even the right Tapion.
No, it's not
It's
the
at least
god.
a good Tapion. It's a good Tapion though.
but not the god Tapion. I want to use the category. I want to hang out with my 8 buddies. Yeah, banner is like infuriating, but I think at this point that's what all those ticket banners are. They're like all the joy of like the previous, when they did it the first year, it was pretty awesome except for Penta. Now everyone's Penta.
Yeah.
You do get 2 tickets a day though, as long as you do the dailies, so that's nice.
You technically get 3 a day because you get the dailies and the
true.
box.
Yeah, and they didn't do the whole depending on how many stones you use, which I guess they're gonna save it for the 3.5 year now.
They're gonna slowly wean people off of that, not do it again.
They're like, we're giving out too much free stuff. No more of that, spend and get love back.
I guess, but I would like to still see it, even if it.
Everybody would.
Yeah, I think everyone wants to see it. I don't think that's the question.
I think
every single time the banner drops, though, every single time that ticket banner drops, though, it's been nothing but problems for the player base, and in extension, they have to go through all these emails that they're getting complaints from about people not getting their tickets and whatnot.
That's true. They do.
I like how the first time it happened, they were just like, "Well, that sucks," and then that's all they said.
And then Global got their tickets back, right? The Global people
got their tickets back.
Some masked hero that will remain nameless did it all himself and like talked to the Dokkan devs and was like, "You need to give these people their tickets," and they're like, "Oh shit, you're right."
We can't upset the god.
Exactly. That mysterious tuxedo Dokkan. He showed up and saved the day. Okay, man. And I guess that's kind of it for the third year? Am I missing something? There was a shitty Kid Gohan that some people think might be the Namekian lead, but the Namek lead.
He's shitty for now, but if you extremely Z-Waken him all the way, I mean, he's pretty okay.
This is also assuming we all think he's getting an Extreme Z Awakening. Are we sure that magazine didn't fuck up and say...
Well, yeah, I guess the magazine might have been lying, but...
It's not the first time that they've... Not that they've lied, but more like they've used the wrong word. Like, remember when we
Well, no, they had the graphics in
Yeah, they had the graphics, and what it looks like and what he looks like and all that good stuff.
Alright, we'll wait for part 2 to see. Right now, he's to be released in terms of his shittiness. Right now, base shitty.
Yeah.
But
he's like a looking down Kid Gohan that they showed in early DBZ, who then Z awakens to the powered up version of Kid Gohan with all the energy coming off of him.
It's also our first Kamiguru card, officially. Yep. I'm gonna call it now. He's the first one.
To be fair with him, though, he is like one of those Goku Jr. and Bulma units. Get him to 100% easily, so he's a decent sub unit for every team you're running.
Yeah, I guess if you're like. Just like a lot of those free-to-play style units, if you just have the shittiest pulls, which does happen because this is Dokkan, he can be good for he's a body that can do some damage while you build up your actual team.
Yeah, I'll give him credit that the previous Goku Jr. and Bulma have been actually great cards. I've used them even on the box that I have, and I still use them to this day.
How sad is it that we're talking about, like, I'm going to give them credit. There's 2 cards that don't cost money that are absolutely useful. How unfortunate is that?
That's kind of Dokkan in a nutshell.
Yeah. Oh, we should talk about how they pretended to be nice to us and actually gave us a giant middle finger by releasing the Super Saiyan 3 Goku with all 3 fingers up. And making him actually super good. But you can't use him because you have Super Saiyan 3 Extreme Z Awaken Goku, and he was free.
Yep.
Okay, that's a good thing. Yep. So they've released, for the third year, they decided that we're going to make the guy holding up the 3 fingers. They didn't finish their joke, which would have been awesome, which was giving us a free LR Super Saiyan 3 Goku that we wouldn't have used regardless. Mm-hmm. Like, even if he was really good, like, we wouldn't have used him because we already have, 1, another LR Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and 2, the Extreme Z Awakening one will always be better. But instead they gave us like an SSR Super Saiyan 3 Goku holding up 3 fingers. And
dude, I just realized.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead. Comment.
Okay. People are if we go by the pattern that he Dokkan to like a next form, say for 4th year we get him Super Saiyan 4. Is this passive going to change the Super Saiyan 4 category, or is it going to stay Super Saiyan 3 category? Then we just can't use him at all.
No, actually, that would be better. He's Super Saiyan 4 Goku, isn't allowed in the category, but he does boost up Super Saiyan 3s. It would be actually, I think there is like a rule where if because Golden Frieza's in the Namek category, where if their previous form was in the category and they Dokkan, then they stay in the category. So
Wait, Golden Frieza is in the Namek category?
Yeah, by the way, Golden Frieza's in the Namek category. It's the one that evolves from the SR Friezas, the one that turned into the SR shitty Golden Frieza. You know, all
I feel
those...
like they could have just not...
Yeah.
That's strange.
Yeah, so...
Who's gonna go back and be like, man, I wouldn't have Dokkan this SR Frieza if only I had known.
I could have used my third form Frieza as a part of the Namek category. I don't know, but yeah, that's like the rule apparently. So if he Dokkans into Super Saiyan 4 Goku, actually, you know what? It'd be funny if he stayed in the Super Saiyan 3 category, but now his passive turns into like give plus to the Shadow Dragons, and that's the Super Saiyan 4 Goku that gets to go into Shadow Dragons.
That would be funny. I would sign off on that.
That would be hilarious.
That is amazing you mentioned that. The reason we didn't have Super Saiyan 4 Goku on the categories because, remember, it would break the game. It's too strong.
Yes.
And now we have LR Gogeta and LR Vegito, and that argument went out the window.
That was never something that Bandai said. That was just some dumb shit people said to justify it to themselves. Because they were like, oh, it makes perfect sense. And that immediately became irrelevant as soon as Ultimate Gohan came out with like every LR in the game on his team.
Yeah, all the half Saiyans.
That basically got thrown out the window. It feels like they tried to balance the first two in some way, and then they decided to go... Well, they didn't even really try, because Shadow Dragons had Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta in it.
Yeah,
so,
the only two category leads, and one of the categories had them both in it.
Exactly. So then now... there was like... The next one, they instantly threw it all out, like LRs were included. That's kind of
Trunks
what those...
and Goten and Trunks
Hybrid
and Gohan.
Saiyans.
Yeah,
Hybrid Saiyans
nuts,
has
dude.
literally every Hybrid Saiyan you can possibly think of, except for the Saiyaman.
Yeah, isn't there one that just can be made fully with LRs? Is there one category that's just like that you can make 100%
I don't
LR?
think so.
I don't
yet.
think so
Namek.
yet.
Namek. I think Namek would only...
Are you including
LR
free-to-play
Frieza.
LRs, though?
I was just thinking it'd be a good segue not talk about how LR Goku is not in the Namek category.
He's not in the category at all, which
Nope.
apparently because he's based off of some mystical form of Super Saiyan Goku that uses every single version of it, but
He's
whatever.
based off of... It's like based off of Boo from TR and LR and up, but he's not in the Boo Saga nor in the Namek category, so we have no idea what kind of Goku he is.
And then also
Cell
his,
Saga Goku only.
and then his counterpart that'd be like, oh, here are the two free-to-play LRs is fucking first form Frieza. Like, they had to make it like, oh yeah, you remember Super Saiyan Goku and Frieza. These two should go together, but they don't. I don't know. Super Saiyan Goku in a lot of ways is a failure.
A little bit, yeah.
I'm just gonna say it outright. I'm not gonna... I just think he's kind of a failure. But yeah, that Super Saiyan 3
He was
Goku,
really hype at the time.
He was. But just like time completely screwed him over. And just like this Super Saiyan 3 Goku was basically dead on arrival. I don't understand the point of making a card good just to kill it before it even had a chance.
Because now they can say, see, we do give good cards for free, but we still can't use it. So, like, they didn't actually give us a good card for free, but they can say they did.
It's like when someone gifts you a game that is the exact same game, so there's really no point for you to have it.
It's like, yeah, I'll just hold on to it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's like, I guess. I'll look at this Super Saiyan 3 Goku and just look at his smug-ass smile. As he goes like, that's right, I'm the smart Super Saiyan 3 Goku.
Oh, yeah.
And it's funny because if you get that, even if you don't have the Extreme Z Awakened Goku, for some reason you don't have it. I don't know how it's possible not to have it, but if you don't have it, he's also the LR for that team.
Yeah.
So there's two better Gokus than him on that team already that are the same name.
They couldn't even throw you a bone and be like, maybe this is Angel Goku?
Because even then, the other Angel Goku is better. At least he's harder to get, I guess.
Yeah, he
just
like,
make it like
Mhm.
Gohan or Trunks or anything.
Or they could have just not specifically made his passive Super Saiyan 3. They could have made his leader skill Super Saiyan 3 category, but just make his passive like everything. Just
It's
do
also
it.
It's also a good boost too. It's like 33%,
Yeah,
35%.
it's a good passive.
It's 30. I think it's 33 to both attack and defense, right?
Yeah, it's a good passive, but it's just like it's only SS3 category. So rip.
They still did the update to Super Saiyan 3 Link. That thing is so outdated, and only Super Saiyan 3s get it.
Shit is weaker than Kamehameha.
Oh, the breaking the limit.
Yeah,
it's only 2000.
yeah.
Yeah,
Shit sucks.
Maybe one of the saddest links in the entire game. That's not true because there are sadder links.
Yeah.
But in terms of like a link that's on good units, that just makes you sad because there's really no point to it.
I'm also surprised it didn't boost it by percentage.
You were talking about earlier how they screwed us over with the new Super Saiyan 3 because he has the same name as the Super Saiyan 3 LR, which ironically they screwed people over with the Z Awakened Super Saiyan 3 because he also shares Super Saiyan 3's name.
Yeah.
For which one?
The agility one.
The LR.
Oh yeah, you're right. I just don't understand.
Only Angel Goku gets to get through all that nonsense.
I can't. It still boggles my mind that they Extreme Z Awaken Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and it's basically like the comeback story of a wrestler.
Yeah.
He's back.
And a week later, they ruin it. I'm like, what the heck was this about, Bandai?
That was like them like raising him up, letting everyone like clap around him. He's holding up the trophy, and then like new music hits, and then he looks behind him, and then the new Super Saiyan 3 Goku kicks him in the dick, and then takes the trophy.
RKO out of nowhere. An RKO out of
This is
nowhere.
very wrestling themed.
Exactly. He just like gets knocked off away, and the crowd kind of like also cheers because he's really strong. It's so baffling.
I'll give them some credit because the LR is so fucking hard to pull.
Yes.
And like I mean, okay, I'm not like a big whale, but I've dropped like probably like $700, $800 into the game by now. I would never expect myself to ever pull the card. So in my case, and there are plenty of people that don't spend as much as I do. There are also plenty of people that spend way more than I do. But in like the area I'm at, I would never assume I could pull him. So, for the whales, I can, it's kind of like, what the fuck? What was the point of it all? But for most players, it's fine.
To talk about how rare he is, I don't know how many people did this, but that Goku Vegeta banner only, I pulled like crazy on because only that Super Saiyan 3 LR Goku could be pulled along with Majin Vegeta.
Did you get him?
No. No, I didn't.
That's why I didn't try, bro. I already knew. Also, I think me and Lolagami are the only two mods that have not pulled an LR yet. The last time I said this, it was with Valley, and then he pulled one. So now I'm fully expecting you to pull one now.
I probably won't because my brother, he did when Goku Black got featured on Global, he did 100 stones and he pulled 3 of them. I'm just like, all right, fine, just tag all my goddamn luck, and he already has LR Broly, so I'm just like, you know what, fine, I'll just keep my non-LRs.
Funny enough, my brother did the same thing. Except for he pulled 2 Majin Vegetas and 1 multi, and then told me, should I keep this account?
Are you kidding me?
No.
Also, I heard
New
Rohan.
player, is this good?
Yeah, Rohan also doesn't have an LR, I think, from what I just heard. So at least 3.
No, lots of the free ones, yes. Pullable ones, no. The only time I've ever pulled on a banner with LRs is the Vegeta one that's out at the moment.
Yeah.
Just to go for Vegeta juice, and then someone told me, the LR's in this.
Oh, that'd be nice.
So how much longer until the rarity above LR?
The HR.
The HR?
And the ER.
God.
And the ER.
None of you saw this comment. You linked a bunch of fan-made HR units, and I think I almost started laughing out loud.
What the hell is HR?
What?
There are a bunch of apparently you can find them on the Dokkan Wiki, a bunch of fan-made cards that are above LR rarity called HR, and it's like...
Does it stand for something like heavenly rare?
What is it, like human resources rare? I don't know.
Yeah.
I legit think what Toast was thinking, and they just took 4 L's and put them together and make an H.
Yeah, it was really shittily made.
Is it like 4 L's? Is it like swastika rare? How would that look?
It's an H, so you stack 1 in the top quadrant, flip that over, and then you make an H out of it. It's literally like the L upside down.
It's imagine 4 tiny L's making an H.
all I can think of is the swastika now. Like, what?
Yeah,
Yeah, but I can't wrap my head around it.
that would be the
But
next
then-
step for Dokkan.
But then there's a level beyond ER. I mean, an HR, an ER.
That's extreme emergency or something.
Emergency rare.
Emergency.
I don't even know anymore.
And some of those cards had passives like Link skill has every link, and then I just started laughing because I was like, does that mean that this Broly also has Battlefield Diva? Is that
To be fair, he did complain a lot. So there's more than one definition of diva.
I guess, but just like the idea of someone going like, oh no, this guy has every link, and then just going like, he gets like the ones that are also like Namekian and female related.
Frieza race.
Frieza race, like yes, like there's a reason why cards don't have stuff like
So
that.
he would have all in the family with Goku. So now he's Goku's family.
Oh god, you should. That's the ER looking fucking
the ER
monstrosity. It's so bad. Not to make fun of anyone. If you do fan stuff, that's fine. If you think of cards, that's fine. Just think before you share them out loud. God. And by the way, this is HR rarity. The Ultimate Saiyan Super Saiyan 6 Goku. Key plus 10 if you're a Super STR. Attack and defense 400% up.
Oh my god, his passive, what is it? Hyper Ultra Tremendous Power? My god.
Yeah, and his super attack causes Omega Colossus damage to enemy, raises the defense by
Colossus. What is this, StarCraft?
Yes, raises defense by 120% for 14 turns. Why would you need it? Causes unfathomable damage to enemy, greatly lowers defense and attack with a very high chance of stunning. Like, why would you need to stun a corpse? Oh man.
I get bored and I jump down rabbit holes. This is just what happens when you're around me. I share these things that I find.
The best.
I see that HR symbol now. Man,
Yeah.
that's bad looking. Yikes.
The best one I think is the one you linked, which was an LR.
I'm back.
Oh, you left.
Yeah, my computer started dying, and then right as it started dying, Trunks climbed up in the bed and just started attacking me.
Oh wow.
So I couldn't
So you-
actually plug it in.
So did you miss the entire point of the Ultimate Saiyan Super Saiyan 6 Goku?
Yes.
You missed the Omega Colossal Hyper Ultra Tremendous Power.
And with unfathomable damage, and he also has a very high chance of stunning.
Unfathomable, damn it. What is HR? What is that like?
Oh.
What
Look,
is
look
going
at that HR. You can see it now in the chat. It is terrible.
Link the Saiyaman one, because I think that is maybe the funniest. That's the one where I almost started laughing out loud.
What is that? What rarity? It goes from HR to Shenron's face
Shenron?
rare.
I saw that too. It's just Shenron's face.
The ER one looks like that's like some vaporwave Dragon Ball music logo.
His leader skill is plus 10 key and 400% to every stat.
But then if you're extreme, you only get 6 and 200% because villains get less.
Only.
Attack 400% up. Very high chance to evade and counter super attacks with hyper ultra tremendous power.
Okay, this is a great one. All right. Symbol of Justice, Great Saiyaman, LR. Let me just say, I'm going to read his leader skill last. His super attack causes extreme damage to the enemy, greatly raises attack, causes outrageous damage to the enemy, rare chance to stun, causes enormous damage to the enemy, increase all team defense by 250%. That's his super attack, and he has like 3. And then, because he gets one at 6 key, by the way, which is just his Justice Rush. And his passive skill is high chance of increasing own HP and defense by 130% and taking a super attack with no damage. Parentheses, absorbing all damage to him and turning it into 0. And his leader skill, super agility, HP attack and defense 80% up.
Well balanced. Well balanced.
Oh wow.
Oh my god.
That one, when I read his leader skill after reading everything else, that felt like a person going like, no, he needs to be balanced somewhere.
We gotta balance him out. We gotta fix that leader skill.
Also, we ignored it, but the cost of Super Saiyan 6 Goku was 120. Oh man. I can't wait for these to show up in the 4-year. Man,
God, that Shenron's face rarity is really fucking me up.
Yeah, that's. I think that should be the new logo when you go in. Because we're gonna need a new entrance. I'm just gonna have that face slowly, like zooming forward.
It looks like a Flash game from 2002.
It does.
It looks like something taken from like a PS1 Dragon Ball game. Like that looks
That's some
like
shit from like www.dragonballfandom.angelfire.com from like.
Oh man, yeah, that does look like that would be a good place that also stores like fan comics about what Goku's currently doing and how he's achieved Super Saiyan 5 currently.
Super Saiyan 6, please. Come on.
Oh, my bad. Super Saiyan 6. By Super
Oh,
Saiyan...
yeah.
One with the bird legs.
I don't think I about that Super Saiyan Goku right there.
Mhm.
He has an Dokkan between that. That's how I even learned about the ER. You guys ready to see it?
Oh, yes, please. I need to see
Can
this.
we opt out?
One moment. You
All
got
right,
it?
here we go.
Oh, man, this guy. I remember him.
Oh, it's Super Saiyan 3. Actually, it's literally just Super Saiyan 3 Goku with blue hair.
But
Attack key. His leader skill is key max. You just always super every attack. You don't even have to play the game anymore. And HP, attack, and defense up 1,000%. He can get multiversal Kamehameha. Causes mega unfathomable damage. Greatly lowers defense and attack, and seals super attack with guaranteed stun.
why are they stunning a corpse? I don't understand it.
Passive skill. The name of his passive is Evilish Looks. It's attack 800% up, guaranteed chance to evade and counter all supers with Omega Ultra Tremendous Power.
Not even damage.
Why is
Just power.
Gotenks naming all of these cards?
Here's a great thing that Toast mentioned. His art is facing the left, but his portrait is facing the right.
It is. Also, his portrait, he's like too small for the portrait. So he
Yeah.
doesn't, he's like down in the bottom right corner. Also, his max level is 300.
Cost 99. He's actually less than the 200 cost Super Saiyan 6.
This
Oh
is
my
the ER, guys.
That's right, he's an ER.
Oh, but don't worry. At base form, his defense is only 7,201. It's nothing.
Also, remember, if you don't Dokkan him to Shenron's face rarity, you only get 12 ki from his leader skill. So LRs still have to play the game.
God damn it. Where's that?
Using that term very loosely there.
Common. Where's that one with what was it? The one that looked like Broly. The
Oh
one
yeah,
that-
yeah. No, that was somebody's OC.
The first, someone's original character in HR rarity.
That's Saiyaman you linked. The art? That's actually not too bad.
I mean the art would be pretty cool. I would like LR Saiyaman, by the way. I'm not.
Well,
saying
I thought the ER rarity was because they looked like everybody had Down syndrome or something, but Saiyaman actually looks pretty good.
Yeah. Oh my god.
SSJ
Here's
Leonidas.
the LR.
What?
His type
This is
is
somebody's
rainbow.
OC, so
His rainbow
I don't wanna
rarity?
bash you too
Wow.
hard.
His type is rainbow.
That's
This says Dokkan
And
into
his name is literally the name of the king from 300.
and he's
Super
only
Saiyan Leonidas.
also
I feel bad. We're gonna offend the one guy who made this. He's gonna, for some reason, listen to this and be like, "Oh,
man, I'm sorry. Man.
yeah.
I'm just saying that maybe you should have balanced your OC a bit better.
his passive skill is Power of the Editors," which I
Maybe-
guess means he's a game dev that put himself in the game because part of the passive is he nullifies all attacks.
I actually am very interested in the backstory of Super Saiyan Leonidas and how he was able to get into Dokkan.
I assume
Obviously,
he
it's
survived
Baba
the
himself.
war with the Persians.
Oh yeah, the actual
The,
king.
the alt timeline where when they're all dying to the arrows, he goes Super Saiyan and kills Xerxes.
and then he wishes on the Dragon Balls for powers related to a Saiyan, and so he's able to turn Super Saiyan. And then he also has the power of the rainbow somehow. Is he riding on like the Silver Surfer's surfboard in that picture?
No, I think that's just light.
There's a new movie coming in December, guys. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, this could be viral marketing for all we know. I just want to say that this is causing mega colossus damage. I think he could deal more though.
Ultra tremendous.
Definitely. Man, these cards are something. He requires 1,554
Also, he has 11 links.
Yeah.
I mean, all these guys have like way too. No, his link skill is every link in the game. That's the. You should read the new one, the latest one that he linked. That's the one I remember.
Look at his HP, attack, and defense. It's just 9s.
At the base form, it's 9999.
Wait,
but at the final,
look at how many medals this thing takes to Dokkan Awaken. It's like 2,000 SSJ Broly medals.
It's like way too much. God. No one would want to farm that much.
Counter with insta-kill. Holy shit. Alright, I want this card.
Oh, but don't worry. He insta-kills everything, but all types also get 4 key. Just in case.
Yeah, just in case. All types key plus 20.
God, man.
Maximally lowers attack and defense. Seals super... Listen to this, hang on. Just listen to this shit. Causes super colossal damage. Maximally lowers attack and defense. Seals the super. High chance to stun. And instant kills every enemy. Why do you have all of those?
To be fair, his passive is called Breaker of Games, which is like the like evil version of the King of Games.
It's Yami Bakura.
Yes. This is actually Yami Bakura's final form, if he was ever allowed to fuse with Zork. God, also that name, Super Ultra God Smasher. Which I think is actually a Smash Brothers Pro out there.
I just don't understand why he has all these passives. And then also everyone dies immediately. It's like,
yeah. What's the point then?
Yeah, it doesn't really make much sense.
It's like one of the last things too. It's like you do all these amazing things. By the way, I insta-kill with counter. So, all that stuff before it, worthless.
It does make Super Saiyan 6 Goku seem kind of underpowered, I feel. I feel like he really needs an Extreme Z Awakening if he hopes to one day...
That's power creep for you, man. We talked about Super Saiyan 6 an hour ago, so... Hour happened, power creep time.
The funny thing is that this is just Super Saiyan 1. What if he ever went Super Saiyan 2? Would it just break the game?
Oh, yeah, you're right. This is his normal Super Saiyan form, not his legendary Super Saiyan form.
Exactly.
Legendary Super Saiyan Leonidas.
At that point, the game crashes on you.
5 events that you pick without having to fight them. You just click it on the screen and you get all the rewards.
Drop rate gets plus 20.
Yeah, it just turns into Dokkan Plus. That's it.
So someone mentioned about it crashing. I just want to mention one of the cards that has like a high chance to crash your game entirely.
Chalk's high.
Oh man, this kind of makes me wish that there was a Mugen-style Dokkan battle game where you were allowed to make, like, somehow people were able to make their own cards and put in all this broken shit, so every banner would just be filled with cards, like, filled with OCs and crazy-ass powers. That's what Dokkan needs for its final year.
It's like you said, man, the Dokkan Wiki has that already. You just click on make your own Dokkan card. It's just full of it.
Okay, I think this one this one has to be an actual...
What is this?
He's
it's
like...
too long, so I, like,
why
cut it
is
up like that.
Why is Deadpool in it? I don't understand.
Why is Deadpool in there with the top hat? What?
Oh man, I think these guys are just having a fun time over the Dokkan Wiki.
Yeah.
I think this is a
His
solid...
passive skill is admin's approval. And he has like 14 links, and one of them is Gentleman. It's like 300 attack.
Oh man, today's Modcast sponsored by the Dragon Ball Dokkan Wiki. Go on there.
Hey, it explains the top hat, so...
It does.
Gotta cover all your bases.
He has a fucking top hat.
Oh my god, I just realized that he has Gentleman and Gentlemanly Warrior. This is the
Yeah, he
first
has
time anyone's had both.
And he's also a rainbow type.
This is perfect. Not as strong as Leonidas, though, I feel. He does have Cake Blaster at 13. How many? He has a super attack at 1 to 3 key. God, some of these names: Ultra God Smasher, the times 100 Kaioken Dragon Fist, the Dimensional Security Force, Ultra Kamehameha, which I think is underpowered compared to every other name mentioned, the Cake Blaster, Team Kamehameha, and Editor's Edict.
Dude, Dimensional Security Force. All I could think is, what'd you guys like better, the Ginyu Force, or how about a brand new Dimensional Security Force?
I mean, if the Security Force was Boo Piccolo, Goten, Kaioken Goku, Super Saiyan Broly, and Deadpool.
I think that's Super Saiyan God Kaioken Goku too.
Oh, it might be. I think that would be amazing. I could see it happening in Super.
I like it too how it's Boo Piccolo as the leader in the middle there.
Yeah, the strongest form of Boo. Boo Piccolo. I think we're done here.
I think we have to.
That's been Dokkan Battle, everyone. Go out there, have fun. Everyone say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Take it easy, buddy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to figure out a way to put all these inside this video. I just realized.